right, so I know that a lot of people in our chat already know who you are, but I'm going to ask you, who are you for fun?
Nice. So I'm David Bates. Also go by Modern Magician on TikTok.
This?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
You did give me notes.
Yeah,
so.
I gave her. I got a whole lot of notes here. So I'm director of innovation for Osmo, the company here. We do emulators and simulators for agents, and so I do AI during the day, and I'm a full-time maker the rest of the time. Where is the camera? Right there?
Yep.
That's a tiny thing.
It is little bitty.
So I build AI stuff during the day, and then at night I do maker stuff. So got a garage full of equipment, some bamboos and stuff. Before Osmo, I primarily worked in rapid prototyping and did stuff for Disney and Verizon and other big companies in robotics.
Yeah.
And so now I primarily do software and do rapid prototyping on the side.
Yeah.
And then I make TikTok videos every now and again.
And hang out with us.
And hang out with y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we are the best. We're the coolest, right?
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I like to tell people about my name that a lot of people don't know is Modern Magician is actually based off of a quote from Arthur C. Clarke.
Yeah.
And it's any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic.
Yes.
And so I consider myself a modern magician.
I love that.
Yeah.
I have resonated with that particular statement, that kind of thought, that idea for forever.
Yeah.
I'm like, of course you think it's magic. Of
Yeah.
course.
Absolutely.
Like, you just don't know enough yet.
Yeah.
Figure it out, and you can do it too. You'll be magic as well.
That's right. I mean, you can learn how to do. We're not holding on to our secrets.
No.
You can totally learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So how did you get into 3D printing originally?
So this is a long story.
Okay.
Early in my career, around 2003, I was working on a piece of software called PowerCAD. PowerCAD was the original CAD software for the Mac. And so it wasn't Windows, it was just Mac. AutoCAD wasn't working on the Mac at the time, so it was the only CAD software for the Mac. And so we were in everybody, NASA, Nike, all of them were using our CAD software because they had Mac systems. And it sparked my interest in 3D printing back then, or in 3D design. When I moved over to working on silicon chips at RF&D, which is radio frequency micro devices, it was the coolest company name. They swapped to Corvo now. I don't know why. But anyway, we were working on microchips, and we needed plates in order to store the microchips on as we were from wafer form shipping them over to other processes.
Okay.
And those things cost us an absolute ton to get manufactured and tooled in China and then brought back over here. And so time and everything, they were like, 3D printing is going to be the answer to this. And so I was the only one at the time in the company that had really good CAD design.
Okay.
And so I was working on some of those and got introduced into 3D printing that way. It was a MakerBot, one of the wood ones at the time. Yeah. And so the failure rate on those were like 60%.
Yeah.
And we had the blue masking tape on them, and eventually went to the yellow tape, the heat tape. So that was 2009-ish. And then I went to work for Disney and Verizon doing rapid prototyping after that. And so it demanded that I have better quality machines.
Right.
I started with a MakerBot Replicator XL, the dual head one, and then went over to a Stratasys.
Okay.
Yeah. And so from there, that's where I fell in love with it. I started building my own deltas and doing stuff with that, and just increased since then.
So how many do you have now?
I have probably 9 to 12 printers, but only 3 that like actively run all the time.
Okay, all right. So you've got 3 favorites, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, I got 3 favorite printers, and I got several just collecting dust, or I turn on, when I need a specialty thing. Yeah.
Okay, I think we all do that.
Yeah.
I honestly think we all do that. Unless you're running a print farm, I think we all do that.
Absolutely.
So do you have any hobbies and interests outside of AI and 3D printing? Like what
Absolutely.
we know about you? What do you like?
I love working with my hands, and so making in general is like my hobby. And so I'll do woodwork. I was early in my career, I was in construction. So I do drywall and building houses and stuff like that. So I'll do that on the side. In June, I'm going to an entire work week to try to, build houses for low income people. So love working with my hands. I got a few pictures on the notes that you sent here, but like,
yeah, we can show him. I think Bearded. Can you get in his outline? He's got a couple of pictures in here. Do you think you can give us a square for the pictures that he's got in there? I'm sorry, I would have told you that yesterday, but I did not see them.
Well, you were busy yesterday.
Yes. Yeah, very busy.
Setting all this up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, the two pictures in here are like of the lowest tech things that I've done.
Okay.
And one of them my kids call Big New, and it's poplar wood that I got from the sawmill. I have two different sawmills right down the street from me, and so I can get custom wood, exotic wood and stuff. Yeah, and so that one is something that they still love. It's in my daughter's room to this day, but I made it when they were small.
Yeah.
And then
So cute.
the other one is a farm style countertop, and so that's just an example of finished work that I've done.
Okay.
So yeah, anything with my hands. I put e-bikes on here. We back in 2023 we did a loop with the kids in an RV down through the southern states, and we took bikes with us, and I wanted them all to have e-bikes so that they could keep up with me. And so I built myself an e-bike, and then I had to build each one of the kids an e-bike.
Okay.
And so
How long did it take you?
it took a while, probably like 6-8 months to build them.
Yeah, doesn't seem simple.
Well, the kids' e-bikes were actually pretty simple. I did the front tire as a motor and then just put a controller on it,
Okay.
and they run off of Ryobi batteries.
Yeah.
But my bike was a little more complex because it's both wheels, and so it has dual controllers.
Yeah. That's all that it needs. So he's putting that up on the screen. So I'll take you back to that in a second, so you can,
Sure.
you can say what they call it again, because I didn't hear that part. I heard it, but I don't remember exactly.
You've been doing this all day.
I have been doing this all day, yeah. And I like it says it right there. It's not like if I didn't look down.
Nice.
It's just that day. It's just a day.
I feel you. Yeah, my daughter's one at the end there. Well, so this is Big New. If it's showing the same thing now that it's showing on there.
Should be.
Yeah. And so this is just an archway bookshelf made out of poplar that I finished.
Yeah.
And so custom designed kind of archway. Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, it works.
Then the next one is the countertop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so this is all oak that we took out of a farmhouse
Okay.
and then replaned down and then finished.
That's super nice.
Yeah, did a resin coat on the top.
Yeah.
The wife came to me and was like, I want something new, but I want it to look old, but I want it to be new.
But you're right.
Yeah.
But that's not hard. That's not
hard at all, right? Yeah. The wife comes to me quite often with stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then this is my e-bike.
That's yours.
Yeah, this is mine. It actually glows in the dark. And so there's a company here that does powder coating, and they use prismatic powders is what I used here. And so it's UV reactive and it glows in the dark, so the kids can follow me at night.
Right.
Yeah.
That's smart though.
Yeah.
It's really smart.
Well, and it's also highly visible. So.
And then the kids' bike. There's how many are 3?
4.
4.
Yeah. So this is I guess there's 3 bikes. This is my oldest son's bike, and you can see the motor on the front of it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then there's a Ryobi battery that's powering them. Same design with this one, just a different style bike for my middle son.
Okay.
And then this one is my daughter's bike. Hers took a different design because she had a smaller bike.
Okay.
And so there's actually a chain on the back side, on the opposite side of the drive chain, that runs the tire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So hers was complex.
Oh, what is this? This is a
Yeah, so this is a go-kart that's battery powered from two 18-volt Ryobi batteries.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Mhm.
So these are the things you get up to when you're not hanging out with us.
Yeah, I four-wheel. That's what he's showing now. This is a trip that me and my son made four-wheeling.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's another one. Community building. You like to do that?
Yeah, love helping out local STEM projects. We homeschool our kids, but I've always been mentoring in local projects. So, like the first robotics, I've done for quite a while.
Yeah.
And then, as I said, local STEM programs, brush bots and little battle bots,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Just trying to teach the kids how to use computers.
Yeah. So my middle child,
Mhm.
for not this year as a senior, but for every other year of his high school career, he has participated in VEX
Oh, okay.
tournaments and stuff for
Yeah.
his school, and that was always a lot of fun
Mhm.
to go do that with him. So I have a little bit of, I know a little bit.
Yeah.
I know a little bit.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Not nearly what you know, for sure.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about First is it's all Java.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate Java.
What's kind of funny about that is you know what I do for a living.
Yeah.
So we would be there at competitions and something would go wrong in the code.
Mhm.
And he would bring me his laptop and be like, okay, you can't do it for me, but I need you to show me where the error is and
Yeah.
tell me why it's a problem and let me fix it.
Yeah, like
And
which of the 1,300 lines has a missing
which
semicolon?
one? Yeah. And I'm just like, I would tell him, the best way to do it is walking through the troubleshooting steps.
Mhm.
Right? What would I do if this was my code? What would I do?
Yeah.
Okay, check this.
Yeah.
Okay, check that. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, maybe it's the order of operations here.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I approached it, to try to help him kind of internalize what the process looks like. Like,
That's
how
right.
do you nail it down?
Mhm.
And he's gotten super good at it. And he codes. He's right now, I think, coding a video game for his project he's in the computer science academy in his high school too.
Very cool.
So he's like, he every chance he gets to, he's like, my mom's a software engineer.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
almost.
yeah,
Close.
I'm like, I'm a senior software engineer. That's my title.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that title kind of misses about half of what I know,
Mhm.
but it's fine. That is technically my whole title.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, okay. Now that we're talking about computers,
Mhm.
AI,
Yeah.
you're literally a magician with AI. So you created the Pumpkin King, and that's one of my favorite things that
Yeah.
you have made so
Mhm.
far. And not to say that I know everything you've made,
Yeah.
but will you tell us about the Pumpkin King? Because I don't know if everybody has seen him.
Yeah.
I've seen him because when you were first kind of going through the first few stages of development, you were posting those.
Yeah.
But that's been a while ago.
It has. Yeah. A couple of years. Yeah.
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 So can you tell us a little bit about
I mean,
Pumpkin King?
by today's AI standards, it's probably pretty rough. But what I would say is that the reason I do those is because that sparks that you can see the spark in kids when they interact with stuff like that. So, like your son doing the thing, you probably saw the spark in him of like, I got this. I understand the magic behind it. And even if they don't understand the magic behind it, it's really cool to see them do it. And so I started building pumpkins probably in 2011, 2012. In Greensboro, North Carolina, there were two other guys that were known in tech around there that we all did Halloween decorations. So there was a guy named Mike and a guy named Dan, and we were doing the Connect at the time and building interactive pumpkins with the Connect. And so mine could actually shoot flames at people when they would walk up to my door. And Dan's did other stuff and Mike's did other stuff, and we would kind of compete with each other to come up with the coolest thing every year. Even though we weren't directly competing, we were all like, who can come up with the coolest pumpkin?
I think I win this year.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. So then you just won that whole contest forever, right?
That's right, with the AI pumpkin. So I actually built the original Pumpkin King back in 2015, but it used Google's text-to-speech.
Yeah.
And so it was literally a tablet with a Bluetooth speaker, and it had a custom app on it that used text to speech on it.
Okay.
But when people would talk to it, I'd have to hit a button on the tablet to get inner voice recognition,
Yeah.
and it would do the doo doo. And it would break the experience for the kids. And so that I'd be like, wait for the beep, and they were like, oh, okay, I know what this is. It's fake.
Yeah.
But then when I did, and I kept doing that, flaming pumpkins and IoT controlled pumpkins and stuff like that, up until I built the Pumpkin King, as you know it. And the thing that I wanted to do was have it not break the experience.
Right.
And so I built a beam break detector that would detect when people walked up to it. Had it so that when it talked in Tony Todd. It was a mix between Tony Todd and Vincent Price's voice.
Oh, yeah.
So it was kind of spooky. And I also wanted it to automatically kind of, jar the kids or parents when they come up to it, and would actively listen to them. So I had these pre-recorded things that was like, why did you disturb my slumber?
Yeah.
And that would set them off, when they'd walk up, and it'd automatically detect them. And it was 6 foot, and there was a projected face on it.
Right.
And it would just come alive and start talking to them.
Yeah.
So that kind of set the spark. And then the AI filled in the gap of, you can ask it anything,
Right.
and it has a general understanding of everything.
Right.
So I imbued it with some other things like local. When I did it in Floyd, I did like Floyd County's local statistics and stuff like that. When I go to trade shows and show him off, I'll put the information from the trade show into him,
Okay.
and so he can answer questions about the trade show or the conference I'm at. And so that just kind of sets that experience apart from what it was before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's amazing. And if people scroll back far enough in your TikTok videos, you have videos of people interacting with him. And I've seen a lot of them, and it's phenomenal. And I'm like, man, that is just so cool.
Yeah, I think one of my pinned videos is of the Pumpkin King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely check that out.
Yeah. My favorite video of him was a kid came up and asked it what his favorite flavor ice cream was.
Yeah.
And he was like, it's pumpkin flavored, but he turned like cannibal real quick.
Oh, no.
And the kid was like, that's a little freaky.
That's a little weird. That was a little fun.
Yeah.
So you do some guest lecturing. What do you usually talk about is it AI?
It's normally AI, yeah, or the future of engineering. So I do 3 talks. In the makers space, I do talks about engineers becoming makers and trying to learn the magic of, they have software, they may not have played with hardware, but by playing with the hardware like microcontrollers and stuff, they learn how to bring that software magic into the real world. And so that's one of the talks I do. Another one I do is on like the future of engineering with AI. I take a Lego analogy to it, where there's the Lego bricks that somebody just uses and puts together. There's millions of engineers that are like that, and they're just putting the Lego bricks together to build custom systems. But then there's also the engineers that are building the Lego bricks and coming up with custom bricks to enable new things. So in the world of AI, how many different ways can you write an auth package, right? Let AI write the auth package. It knows how to do it. However, if you're trying to do something custom, you still need that knowledge and that deep
you still
tech.
need to know how to write one.
Yeah.
And you also, AI is writing things for you. You have to know.
Yeah, you have to know what you're doing.
You have to go behind it. AI is a fantastic tool, makes things faster and a little bit easier, but you still do have to know.
Yeah.
And that's something that I have seen that's sort of a stumbling block for people. Because just be like, oh, I made AI do it. And I'm like, well, it explains why it's not getting the right answer, that you didn't know how to go back and make sure that it had the right answer.
Yeah, and the Lego bricks make a good analogy for that, because it's there's a bell curve to learning AI, right? And so on the left side of the bell curve, you have the vibe coders and the people who are like, make me a Mario game or make me a blast block game, and of course AI is going to do that, because there's a million examples of that, and it seems like magic because they're able to just produce it. But then you have people on the other side of the curve who have dealt with trying to build custom things with it and having it fail, or
Right.
having it delete their hard drive,
Right.
or having it be stupid.
Yeah.
And so they're like, yeah, it's a tool and I know how to use it in this way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I think, and you know probably better than I do, that there's a bit of fear
Mhm.
around like using AI in some of the ways that people propose.
Yeah.
And I keep telling people like that fear is unfounded for the
Mhm.
most part. Would you agree with that? Like,
I think so.
because it's a tool. It's like you're not afraid of the hammer.
That's right.
So why would you be afraid? Like,
Yeah.
you're the one controlling what it's doing.
That's right.
Because I think they misinterpret AI as being like, oh, it can think for itself. Like,
Mhm.
not until you tell it
Yeah.
how.
Exactly.
You have
Like,
to tell it how. So
It's
don't
not
tell it
supposed to
something
be it's not supposed to be the thinker.
right.
It's supposed to be the doer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just like on the artistic side, I get it. But if you take an artist that uses the tool, you get way better results.
Yeah.
It takes that artist from whatever they're currently doing and creates better stuff out of it. If you take a person who isn't artistic and try to get them to make artistic things,
Right.
then you're going to get slop.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, what is your current favorite printer?
My current favorite printer is my H2C.
H2C.
Yeah.
So, now, forgive me.
Mhm.
This is probably blasphemy. Is the C the one with multi-heads, or
Yeah.
is it the D?
The D is two heads.
Two heads.
The C is two heads, but it has the nozzle changer on the side, the
Okay.
the
All right.
vortex system.
All right.
Yeah.
So you like that one a lot. Is it primarily just that you can do like multi-material? Is
Yeah.
it that you have way less waste? Like, what is your favorite thing about that?
It's both of those. My favorite is the amount of multi-material I can do,
Yeah.
because now I have two AMSs and two AMS HTs, or whatever they're called, AHT.
Okay.
I have two HTs and two AMSs hooked up to it, plus a left nozzle.
Yeah.
And so if I'm wanting to run, an engineering material out of the left nozzle, I don't have to mess with any of the AMSs.
Right.
But if I'm wanting to do a multicolor print for my wife or kids, I can run it, through that right side. And so like my maker coins that I made has 5 colors in it.
Yeah.
This one's mine.
Oh, this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
And so I was able to run glow in the dark filament through the left side, and then the rest of the colors through the right.
Right. So you didn't have to worry about trying to switch with that glow in the dark.
That's right.
Sometimes that gets gummy.
Yeah.
Right.
They get gummy, it stops up,
Yeah.
and it wears down the PTFE tubes.
Right.
So yeah.
Easier. Yeah. That's a really good point about those.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I've heard the point before, but with those, even with just those like coarser materials, where you don't want to run those through PTFE tubes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a small PTFE tube from the left side,
Yeah.
that I'm running it through, but with the right side, I'm running it through AMSs and,
Yeah.
through the multi-head thing. So
A lot less damage to the moving parts.
yeah, I will say though, the being here and seeing the Voron Phoenix,
Yeah.
if I could do that and pair that with the Bondtech Index,
Yeah.
that would be my favorite printer.
Okay. All right. So you already have a future favorite printer.
I do,
All
do,
right.
because I want a bigger printer, and the H2C kind of gives me a little bit bigger,
Yeah.
but I really want a bigger printer. So
Yeah.
I've been looking at like the Orange Storm Giga, but that Phoenix is just the right size.
Yeah. Let me see if we got any comments for you in here.
Sure.
Nope. All right. So, thank you
Yeah.
for coming and hanging out. I know when I first said you was like, yeah,
Whatever you
sure,
want.
whatever
Yeah.
you want. So I know I throw this at people during the year before the event, and they're like, I don't know what this is gonna be, and I'm like, it's gonna be fun. Trust me, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Because I will, like, it's not hard to get me to talk. So
Hey, me too.
yeah.
And especially about AI and stuff. I love going into that, and I have love sharing the knowledge. That's why I started my TikTok.
Yeah.
So it was to try to share that knowledge. I've gotten into more daily vlog stuff
Yeah.
since then, but I'd really like to get back into like, here's what you can do with AI, or here's what you can do with these printers.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's at Modern Magician
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok.
Yep.
You can find him. He hangs out in our DC also.
Yep.
So you can find him all over the place. Definitely go give him a follow and take a look at all the stuff he's got, especially the Pumpkin King stuff, which it's just my favorite thing to watch.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. I think he's wonderful. It would make sense to you probably if I told you that my other favorite AI like that, like sort of Pumpkin King-esque, is Watson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I loved watching Watson play Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Like, he was wonderful.
Yeah.
One more thing I'm gonna have you do with me real quick before you go.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna give a roll of filament away.
Awesome.
So it's gonna be a roll of polymaker.
Awesome.
And we are going to Bearder will get it. This is the screen that he's got over there. So he's gonna load this up into the wheel of names. He's gonna spin it. We're gonna find out how many shuffles and spin, and then you can announce who won the roll of filament.
I get to give away a roll of filament on behalf of Print Talk After Dark?
You do, absolutely.
Wow. I'm normally on the other end of this, not winning. So definitely sign up and win.
Yes. And I don't know if you have signed up.
I haven't for this one.
Okay, all right. I was gonna say if you haven't, you win. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know I was gonna have you do this. So
nice. I see the wheel.
Checking so you can only, we're running the same form all day. You can only win once a day. So anybody that needed to be taken off the list before we spin.
Nice.
Guys flipping back and forth. Yeah. And I know you guys can't see him flipping back and forth. It's just on our monitor screen over here. But we'll have it in just a second.
I've enjoyed using AI for little things like this too, of like creating little applications. So like, New Makers and Print HQ and all of those. I've created little apps, along the way to help people. So that doing little things like that works out pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! It's like right in between us. Y'all are getting fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it wonderful?
I know, right?
All right. How many spins, chat? How many spins? You'll have to read it because I can't see it from this end.
How many shuffles?
Sorry, not spins. How many shuffles? We're gonna spin once.
Whoever puts it in binary gets me.
Oh. And anybody write in binary? Come on.
I'm not seeing a number.
All right, tell you what. We'll let you pick the number.
I'll say 4. Let's go 4.
Let's go 4.
4.
That's a good number.
Oh, yeah, he did 2.
What did he say?
He said 2.
2?
Or maybe that's 3. Yeah, 3. 3. Yeah.
All right. Right. There we go. And we're off.
All right. Let's see who won. Oh, almost that person. Hey, it's one of my friends, Kari Beep Beep.
Yeah. Beep Beep.
You won.
Filament.
I won what?
Filament.
Okay.
She's right behind us over here.
She's right here.
There you go.
She's gonna be one of our first people to take it away in person, I think.
Awesome.
What kind did she spin?
Yeah.
Like a bigger color?
If they don't have what you want, give you the code and you can go get it on there. So you let me know.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna talk to Noob if he's back at some point.
Noobinator?
So, yeah.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
We gotta can't have you walk off with my mic. They'll be able to hear you for the rest of the day.
Come with me. Shop around.
We'll see you, Modern. Thank you so much. Look at that. She's got her some filament. Look at that.